with Santa?
Because sometimes cold is hot, and others hot.
Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes! Ladies and gentlemen,
nice.
Cody
Thank
with the
you.
very funny Steve Hofstetter.
How long were you in the movie?
I was in the movie. There's like another scene or another part of that scene where I pop up again. But we shot for a day. My scene was the last one. We were shooting overnight.
Oh, okay.
And so it was at like 6 a.m. and
Oh my
the crew,
gosh.
everybody was super tired. And it was just, it ended up me sitting with the girl who played Lily, and we were just giddy and I was just being an idiot making this like 9-year-old laugh. And it was a lot of fun. I was trying to, and it was fun because like I was trying to, be the comic on set and be like, okay, I'm gonna keep everybody's spirits up and I'm gonna like be funny between takes. And some of the crew was loving it, and some of the crew was just like, "It's 6 a.m. Shut up," So, but it was a great experience, and they had one of the prop people. The book I was reading from, the poetry book, like I got to ad lib, I got to do what I wanted, but they actually wanted, in case they shot the book over my shoulder, they wanted it to actually have bad poetry. And so they basically combined a bunch of song lyrics. Like a prop person went through and combined like the cheesiest song lyrics into like a whole bunch of poems. And so I was just reading through and be like, this is the most trite garbage I've ever. Like, when you read song lyrics without the music, you're just like, what is this?
I'm telling you right now, I would spend up to $25 on eBay for that right now. I would bid right now.
You know what? I wonder if I kept it. I feel like I would have kept something like that. It's got to be somewhere in my house.
So not to just totally talk about this the whole time, but we are obsessed with these movies.
That's a fun. I mean, you guys have decorated for Christmas already for this year.
Yeah,
This isn't still up. This is, you guys put this up on the second.
We're early.
Yeah,
We're early.
Well, we wanted to beat CVS Pharmacy.
Yeah,
because they're going to put theirs back up. Matter of fact, they were going to take these down. I said, no, Steve's coming on the show.
Yeah.
We wanted holiday-esque. We wanted holiday-esque.
They did that for the entire town. We shot in mid-January in Northfield, Minnesota. And part of why, because they negotiated with the town, they're like, we need to shoot Christmas scenes. They had all this Christmas stuff up, and they're like, would you be willing, we'll shoot in your town if you'd be willing to leave this stuff up through like late January. And they were like, yeah, done. And so like Northfield just became Christmas town for a month. It was great.
They're probably still talking about you guys. No, was that a buddy of yours? Is that how you got involved with this?
Yeah. So Jay Black, who plays the agent in it, who plays Hank, he's a very close friend of mine, super funny comic, and he and Brian Herzlinger, who is the director, are like this kind of Matt Damon, Ben Affleck team. With except not as good looking, and so they've done a bunch of movies together, and this was the first one of theirs that I was in, and it went really well, and so now we joke that I'm going to be their Rob Schneider, where they're going to find a way to just like
put you in there.
Throw me into a scene in each one. We're doing another one this year.
I bet your mom loves this.
Oh my God, it's so funny. The funniest thing, so I'm Jewish, and the funniest thing with this is that like I definitely get that from people who are like, oh, you in a Christmas movie? And I'm like, Irving Berlin wrote White Christmas, so we kind of have a long history of. Yeah.
I don't know if people realize they really shouldn't try to heckle you about anything because you're the king of taking out hecklers.
It's a terrible idea.
Like I said, we're going to commercial break. You are one of my favorite comedians.
Thank you.
And not just favorite comedians. I mean, what I like about your career, not that you need anything from me, but
I do.
Your career is amazing because you've done so many different types of things. So like FS1, that Finding Babe Ruth special.
Yeah, that was so. Oh my God, that was so much fun. It was 70% documentary and 30% abject silliness. And Babe Ruth's granddaughter tweeted it was the best thing that's ever been done about Babe Ruth. And when anyone asks the question, i.e., what would he be like if he were playing now, which is what it explored, that she would point them to us, and that was such a cool moment. Basically, the reason I do all these different things is because I can. It's stand-up comedy is my passion, but I have other things that I'm interested in. I'm a baseball fan, and I liked hanging out with my buddies in Christmas Town for a month, and it's one of these things that, like, yeah, I get the opportunity to do this stuff, sure, it's fun. Let's go do it.
Well, since I was so cruel to you to bring up the Christmas holiday 20 seconds up there, I thought we'd show something very impressive. Here you are, throwing the first pitch at the Reno Aces game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, you killed it.
Thank you.
Nice.
You killed it.
Thank you very much. I love throwing out first pitches. I've done 22 of them. But the aces have been really, really good to me. And not only did I throw out the first pitch, but when I recorded my special a couple months ago, they even like tweeted all their people about it, which was amazing. And it's not even like, hey, go watch. It was just like, hey, good luck to him, which was cool. And we did a whole video of it. I interviewed some of the players, and it's so much fun. This was a nice one. Like, I threw one for the Padres, which didn't go quite as well. Where it was, I mean, look, they're all decent pitches, but that one was kind of out of the zone. And Colin Ray was the catcher on that one, and he just let it by him. That was more pass ball than wild pitch. Colin Ray is dead to me. I don't care how good he ends up being. How dare he?
How dare
no
he?
Effort at all.
How dare
Dead
he?
to him.
Go see him tonight and tomorrow at Punchline. It's nice to finally meet you, man.
Thanks so
Seriously,
much.
That you take it out a heckler video is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
One of the most popular ones was filmed right here at the Punchline.
Was it really?
So, yeah. It was 2 people walked out on their check, and I kind of let them have it.
You totally did. I didn't realize that was here.
Yeah, that was right here.
Amazing. Nice to meet you, man.
Thanks.
All right, back to you.
All right, Coach, thanks so much. Well, if